If you back your memory 1 year ago, you will realize how your life have changed so fast. From my own experience, I know that change is important, and this is important for us to mature. My name is Flavia Campos, and today I'm here to tell you why changes are important, how I have to deal with them, and finally, I will tell you a story that happened to me. Sometimes we don't want something to happen, but we need to understand that everything that happened has a reason why. Sometimes we don't want people to get out of our lives, and don't want things to get out of our control. But we need to understand these changes and know that nothing happens in vain. Even if you think it's bad, we get sad, we have to learn with them. Probably you hurt, you will miss the old days, and we'll miss how it was before. But this is common. We need to leave this in paths and go ahead with our lives. In our path, we will always have some change. Deep down, we know that, but we are prepared to face it. And why we are so afraid of this? As bad as the present situation is, since you are in the comfort zone, we don't want to change. It takes a lot of determination to get out and go ahead. Stay where you are, even if it's an unfavorable situation, is live a life in half. Since I already talked about why this is important, now I have to tell you some advice to deal with this change. The first one is assume that changes are necessary for transform you in a new part of the society, and know that everyone around you is faced with constantly change. Close one chapter in your life and open another may be just what you need. The second one is talk to a trust friend or a person of your life or your family, because can discuss all the aspects involved, like the challenge you will encounter and the problems you will feel. And together you can find new ways to deal better with this and new alternatives. Now I will show you how this is important, how these changes are important, telling you a story that happened to me. How in 2 years my life has completely changed. How I met new people. And when I changed school at 2018, I met a very new people, but these were really different and little scary. I changed school and I basically left a really small school that I have studied my whole life to go to another really bigger. With this comes some change, some expected, but other that come by surprise. New friendships and people who I always hope to have around, but also have some discussions that didn't end well. Come with this, the removal of some really close friends. But fortunately, I approached two people that today I can imagine myself without. So yes, these changes have always two sides, a good one and a bad one. Now, I just want you to think yourself 1 year ago. Think what, why, what, how, where, and whom you are. Now, think about today. Think about how these questions now have other answers. Think about how you change and how the people who are with you change. Sometimes the old times aren't that good, but you are used to the place, the objects, and the people. Nothing in life happens in vain, and no one comes into our lives without a reason. And with all this, we need to deal with, and we need to understand that it's really good, and this is necessary. So yes, our life is constantly changing. And this is really perfect, and this is really good, because after all, what would be the fun of living if everything always the same? Think about it. So my name is Flavia, and I hope you enjoy my speech, and today are looking for change.